We did our project on the movie A Beautiful Mind, and we will be discussing schizophrenia disorder. This project was done by Grace DeLauder, Mackenzie Miller, and Genevieve Bernard. The main character of A Beautiful Mind is John Nash, who we followed through graduate school at Princeton University, and his career afterwards as a mathematician. The movie follows him as he starts to develop symptoms of schizophrenia, which hinder his professional and personal life. John was always a loner, and he always focused on his work. Because of his high level of intelligence and social awkwardness, it made it harder to tell that he was experiencing symptoms of schizophrenia. We are diagnosing John with schizophrenia spectrum disorder, a psychotic disorder characterized by fundamental disturbances in thought processes, emotions, or behaviors. Symptoms of schizophrenia include hallucinations, paranoia, grossly disorganized behavior, odd speech patterns, repetitive body movements, and delusions. Symptoms must be present for at least 1 month, and in John's case, symptoms started presenting themselves during graduate school and continued throughout the rest of his life, timelined in the movie. One of the symptoms very prevalent in the movie are John's hallucinations of his roommate Charles, Charles's niece Vivian, and a government agent named Agent Parker. He saw them, heard them, and felt them, so he had no reason to believe that they weren't real until he was admitted to a psychiatric facility. The government agent told him that John was working for the CIA and had to help break codes to protect America from the Russians. Another symptom that John displayed was grossly disorganized behavior. In graduate school, John is constantly seen writing on windows, rearranging furniture, walking around barefoot, and forgetting to eat. In his work career, he has trouble remembering when he is supposed to be places and creates a separate office with walls cluttered with new clippings, readings ripped out of books that he believed are secret encoded messages for the CIA. In his home life, he builds a replica of a secret office in an abandoned shed behind his home and is seen neglecting his child by almost accidentally drowning him. A Beautiful Mind was an accurate representation of schizophrenia because it helps normalize the disorder and helps people to understand it better. We see from John's point of view how real his hallucinations look, so the audience is just as shocked as John that the characters are not real people. John was able to find ways to cope, and he eventually was able to manage the delusions. He was lucky to have a strong support system in his wife, who stood by him despite the challenges. The movie showed the struggles he faced with medication, family issues, and learning how to help himself. Contrary to his previous time as a teacher, where his skills were not looked highly upon, John was able to go back to work as a professor at Princeton University. This helped to show that people with schizophrenia can lead normal lives with normal jobs. They just have to learn to ignore the things that are bombarding their mind, like the hallucinations. John was able to become a teacher to students, something he had hated before his diagnosis, and was even awarded a Nobel Peace Prize for the work he did back in graduate school. A Beautiful Mind showed that people with schizophrenia are more than their disorder and can lead normal lives.